Hey everyone, welcome back to part 3 of our weekly Thought Fuel series. Just a quick reminder of where we've been, as we've been giving you some things to think about as you start out 2017 to really help you get on the right track and make sure that you're growing to be the person that you want to be over the next year. So we started by having you name a complaint. Find something that's really bugging you in order to point you to a value that's important to you, something that you want to be about, something that you want to be more true of you over the coming year. We then had you think about last week, what are some things that you could do that you're reluctant to do? Something that raises that kind of gut, don't ask me to do that reaction, in order to name that thing that you're reluctant to do, the worry, fear, resistance that you feel. So that's where we've been so far.
And where we're going to go this week is we want you to, again, reflect on two things. First of all, what do you tend to do, like behaviorally, what do you tend to do to protect yourself from the worry, fear, or resistance that you identified last week? And then secondly, what does that worry, fear, resistance tell you is also important to you? So last week, if you guys remember, if not, you can always go back. Sara shared with us a little bit about that her complaint was, in my words, kind of feeling a little bit overwhelmed, too much to do, and that you that pointed to a value that I really want to live into my purpose. I want to be doing the right thing. So, Sara, you said I could say no to some stuff, right? But the worry, fear, resistance is that maybe I don't, maybe something important doesn't get done, or maybe I let some people down. And so, do you want to keep playing this game? Do you want to go one more week with your story?
Sure. If you guys don't know me yet, you'll know me now.
Yeah. So the first step in this two-part process is what do you tend to do to protect yourself from the worry, fear, resistance? And then that allows us to see what's that tell you also matters to you that may be holding you in place in some way.
Yeah. So it goes back to what we talked about before of what I do to protect myself is I say yes to too many things. I overcommit, and I kind of just say, I'll take one for the team. I'll do it so that somebody else doesn't have to do it.
Yeah.
So that's what I do. And then this is where it gets creepy. So it's okay if this feels icky to you, because it feels icky to me.
Yeah.
So what that tells me that also matters to me is kind of this idea of making other people happy, but even more than that, maybe there's the sense of I'll be the martyr.
Yeah.
Right? Like, let me be the one to make the sacrifices and do everything to serve other people. Not really something I like to admit and wouldn't put on a bumper sticker and drive around town, hey, I'm the martyr.
Okay, well, so first of all, thank you for sharing this with this audience who we don't even know fully, right?
Yeah.
A couple of checkpoints for this final step. One, as Sara just alluded to, if you feel a little creeped out by what's running through your head, we think you're on the right track. The second thing is it ought to be in tension with or be working against the value that you came up with in week 1. So when you think about living into your purpose, that's like this great bigger me. I'll tell anybody on earth that I'm all over that.
Yeah.
But I also kind of value being the martyr, right? And in terms of perfect contradiction, folks, we don't always get this, but if you're dead, you're not living into your purpose, I don't think. I mean, we can talk about this theologically some other time, but think about that. You've got these two values that you hold that are kind of working against each other. So, next week, what we're going to do next week, if you will spend this week thinking about those things, we're going to put this in place in a very tangible way to create what we call a growth objective for the upcoming year. But we'll get there next week. So until then,
have fun getting creeped out.